That is a beautiful sound to a candle. Say you don't supposed to double jelly batches because sometimes it might not set, but are those not just beautiful? Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kristen. If you're new here, welcome to WLW Watsons. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you're alert every time we post a new video. Welcome, guys. Today we are going to make peach jelly. Yes, we are finally doing something with the peach peels. Come along and stick around. So I have filled water up over the peels, just over the peels. And now I am going to cut this on to simmer and extract this juice for about 30 minutes. I wish you guys could smell it in here. It smells so good. We have let this boil for about, I want to say maybe 30 minutes or so. So now, and look, there's a whole peach I had in there. I think I have maybe one pit left in here. But now I am going to take my cheesecloth right here and put it over my bowl, and I am going to drain off the peels so that I can get the clearest jelly possible. Wait, I removed the pit because I read that if you leave the pit, it'll make it a woody, bitter taste, and I didn't want that. So it came out pretty clear. I have a few little specks. I may run it back through the strainer with cheesecloth. We'll see. But this is a, I want to say 10 quart. I'm not sure. I have to look. But we were able to get a lot of juice. So I'm going to do half of this syrup and the other half jelly, because we won't need a whole lot of peach jelly. So as you can see, I did not go completely to the bottom of the pot because I don't want it to get murky. I want my jelly to be as clear as possible. So I didn't strain too far down to the pot. I don't want to mush the pot. Okay, guys, I just got back from my morning walk. I have read my word. I am now going to finish this jelly. We got to get it together. Got the famous cannon pot. I hope it fits in this pot. You guys know I always start off with this pot and then I end up going to a much larger pot. But hopefully I can stick with this one today. So for this recipe, it calls for the peach juice, sugar, pectin, lemon juice. Now, yesterday you guys saw me, yes, this is a two-part video because I didn't get to finish it all like I wanted to. So I put them in these gallon jugs. So this is the peach juice. I have 1.5 of these, and I need to measure out. Let me check the recipe. See. All right, so the recipe calls for 3 cups of juice, a 1/2 cup of lemon juice, and 5 cups of sugar. So they say you don't supposed to double jelly batches because sometimes it might not set, but I'm gonna double this one. I'm going to double it, and we'll just see how it turns out because I want to go ahead and make it. I don't feel like cleaning out the pot and doing it all over again. So I'm going to go ahead and make it. I'm going to do peach syrup as well because the peach syrup we can use over pancakes or waffles or for our ice cream when we make ice cream at the shop. So I'm going to go ahead and measure out 6 cups of peach juice. Then I'll add the lemon juice. Then I'm going to put our sugar in a bowl with our pectin, because you want to mix your pectin with your sugar so that when you add it, the pectin won't be clumpy. So I'm going to mix the pectin with the sugar. I have my jars already in this water bath canner so that they can be getting warm. I'm going to get a little bowl of vinegar out. I have my lid top. I'm going to go ahead and get a small bowl and put some kettle hot water in it for my lids. These are already clean, but I'm going to go ahead and throw them in some hot water with a little bit of vinegar in it. Put a little bit of vinegar in your canner. I'm going to tell you step-by-step instructions as we do. This is what we're going to put our lids and rings in, and we're going to go ahead and get some kettle water. So you guys you're gonna want to put vinegar in your canner because it'll keep your jars from getting cloudy. Jars tend to get this little cloudy look when you do it in the pressure canner or water bath. But in order to prevent that little cloudy look on the outside of the jar, you're just gonna add a splash of vinegar, probably about 2 tablespoons in your big canner, and that's all you really need. I'm still gonna leave this out because I will need to wipe the rims of my jar. So let me get a little dish for that as well. I already have my funnel and my debubbler and little lid picker upper. I already have that clean. So I'm just gonna sit this here on the counter on this cheesecloth that I just cleaned. And now we're going to go ahead and start putting our stuff in the pot. All right, we're gonna go ahead and measure out 6 cups. And this half a jug came out to 6 cups. So I still have this that we have to do something with. Our water has come to a boil. Just gonna soak these. So this juice didn't even give me not even 2 quarts. So again, I still have a whole gallon. I am gonna make peach syrup. I just don't know if I'm gonna need all of this, but we'll see. If not, I'll freeze them into ice cubes and we can put them in tea or something. To my separate bowl here, I'm gonna add 10 cups of sugar. Yes, that is a lot of sugar. However, we're not gonna just be sitting there consuming a jar of jelly per person. So I'm not too worried about too much sugar in this particular recipe. So it's gonna be fine. This is something that I will put over the spicy peach wings or, you know, on some toast. 2. You can make this not as sweet. They do have low sugar pectin. 4. That looks like a whole lot of sugar. Now I'm going to add 2 boxes of this pectin. I should just buy it in bulk, but I'm going to add 2 packs to this sugar and whisk it up to go ahead and have it blended in very good. Because again, if you just dump this over into your mixture, it is going to lump up on the stove. So you don't want that. And remember, this is doubled. So you would have all of this. And don't worry, I'll put the recipe in the description. And comment if you guys like jelly, jam, or preserves. I mean, I can't really tell the difference besides chunks of stuff in it. That's it to me. Now that's mixed up. We are going to add a cup of lemon juice because we need a half a cup for each recipe into the peach juice. I don't know where my husband just got this lemon juice because I was out of it and sent him to the store, but okay. One cup of lemon juice. And a lot of fruit, because of the acidity in it and because I'm adding this lemon juice, you can water bath can. Some stuff you have to pressure can. Jellies, you don't have to. You just water bath can those. All right. Now we have that. Now I am going to put this on the stove. Bring this to a boil and then we'll add over our sugar. It doesn't really look like much, but it's stuff in here. Bring this to a boil. Then we're going to add our sugar over into it and bring that to a rolling boil to where you cannot stir it down. I'll show you what a rolling boil is. When it reaches a rolling boil, you're going to set the timer for 1 minute. I'm also going to put a spoon in the freezer. I should have put one in there already. I'll see if I have one in the back because sometimes I keep them in there. What you're doing with the spoon is when you dip the spoon in the jelly mixture, if it sets quick on that spoon, it'll show you the consistency of how your jelly or jam will be. So that's a little old wise trick my grandma used to do. All right, we're just gonna let this come to a boil and then we'll be back. All right, so now this is boiling and now we're going to add the sugar. And whisk it. I know I'm not going to need all of these jars that I have over here, but it's good to go ahead and have them in the canner versus not having enough jars. Then you got to go back and clean them and hunt down the lids. So I'll go ahead and, ooh, always watch that steam. Goodness gracious, that steam probably is going to leave a mark. Gosh, that was hot. So yeah, what was I saying? I forgot. That steam distracted me. Oh yeah, I see the mark already coming. So we're gonna bring this to a boil. Oh, the jars. I'll have the jars already ready for my syrup. Whisk this, bring it to a rolling boil. I'm gonna put a little pat of butter. And what does the little pat of butter do? The little pat of butter, when it starts to boil, you'll see how jelly gets like a foam on top. That little pad of butter, literally a little pad, like less than a half of a tablespoon, it's going to eliminate that foam. Because when I crack open jelly, I don't want to see that little bubbly foam on top of it. I don't know why the sound went out, but this is a rolling boil. This is where you stir your mixture and it does not come down. No matter how much you stir it, it doesn't go away. This is when you set your timer for 1 minute to make sure that your jelly sets. Guys, that jelly is so clear and pretty. And it's clear and pretty like that because we strained it twice through the cheesecloth. Now, this little tool tells you where your headspace is and you want 1/4 for jelly. If you don't have this, you can just follow that top rim. Now we're just going to wipe the rims of our jars with vinegar. Make sure it's not sticky, because if it is, we will not get a good seal, which is not bad. We could just throw it in the refrigerator because this is jelly after all. That'll just be the one we use first. But fingers crossed, all will seal. Now we're going to lid. You guys, this jelly is so pretty. It's so beautiful. I really did not think that I would get this many jars. I didn't think that I was gonna get this many. But I end up using all the jars that I have. So you're going to do fingertip tight. The jars are hot, so be careful. My hands can stand heat because I'm always in the kitchen. But don't do this. Get you something to hold it. Are those not just beautiful? And you don't want to tilt them anyway. So don't do what I just did. But I know how to handle the jars. And you're just going to put them down in your canner. So we can can this water bath for 10 minutes. I'm going to try to fit all these in here. Now you want at least an inch of water. At least an inch of water over your jars. I have at least an inch of water over my jars. I'm going to pull the lid, put the lid on. And you want this to come to a boil. When it comes to a boil, we're going to set our timer for 10 minutes. While that's doing that, we're going to clean up. And as you can see, this jelly has already started to set, just sitting there. All right, our timer has gone off. Remember to open your canner away from you. Now we can take our jars out. And don't worry about the water that's going to be on top of your jars. That will evaporate. So don't tilt them. Just take them out straight and sit them to the side. That is a beautiful sound to a can. That is a sealed jar. Make sure you put some space in between your jars for airflow. You're going to let these sit and cool for the rest of the day. And then we'll take the rings off, wash the jars for any sticky residue because you don't want any ants or anything. Label them and you're good to go. All right, I have all 13 of my jars of jelly out. That is enough peach jelly for us. Again, because I'm going to make some other jellies, some apple jelly, apple butter. This is enough for us for the year. Because I don't make peach wings often. But these jars are so beautiful and clear. Okay, family, so I got to get back to work. I bring you guys along with me when I make the peach syrup. But for right now, I love you guys. Remember to keep God first and love hard.